begin?
Whenever you're ready.
So the Deputy Prime Minister manipulated our team's arguments. We never said that we're only going to look at ECs. We never said that we're only going to look at GPAs. We're going to see essays, interviews, and ECs and all. Because that's what we believe, that we can have a best analysis of what that student is. Now, they accused us from only looking at the result. Now, we believe that we actually are the ones who actually convey and actually look at diverse perspectives of a student. Now, their main problem analysis was basically this. Not all people have equal opportunities, so we're going to just look at GPAs. Then we'd like to request the last speaker to come out to the podium and just prove how wealth does not really directly correlate to GPA, but moreover, how EC, actually compiling EC, has a direct correlation to wealth itself. Because we see many poor children actually using their diligence, using their passion, and using their commitment to actually have better ECs other than scores. Their perspective of, quote, EC is focused on tests like HSK scores, but we believe that EC conveys much more meaning than that. It also includes things like commitment to the society and volunteer work as well. So I guess the government whip has a lot of stuff to do in their work, and now I'd like to move on straight into the rebuttals. Now, their first sentence went like this. The administration offices was implemented to select the best students, but it failed. Now, we're first of all very concerned that the government gets to decide who, quote, the best students, quote, the best selection is. Because we believe that actually the universities have an autonomy to choose the students based on the school's mission. But moreover, their concept of utilizing essays and interviews, we believe that is also having a very bad implication to the society because the government simply decides what students universities should select. And also, we believe that writing essays and interviews, there are a lot of private education that prepare for these courses, and probably plenty of people in this room actually receive the private education, so rich people still have a method to actually accelerate and excel better than the poor people. So actually, we believe that their case does not solve anything. So their wishy-washy stance went like this. So in cases of meritocracy, why is having HSK actually bad in judging a student's ability? They couldn't provide it. Their basic argument was that it's not fair because we do not learn it in school. Then their basic argument, their basic mindset is that we should only be able to judge people on the result of their previous school. And their other logic was that we should not judge people by the results, we should judge them by their consequences. And they believe that they can do it in a, 5-minute interview, 10-minute interview, or a short essay. We believe not, because those essays can also be fabricated, those interviews can also be fabricated, and they can have a facade. Now, keeping that clear, we like to make sure that their stance does not help solve any of the vagueness in today's selection process, and it is actually our model where we incorporate the ECs, extracurriculars, GPAs, and everything to actually accurately judge a student. So, is their case really about selecting the best students, or is it really about giving everyone the equal opportunity? Because if they choose to have the latter stance, then they should look at reality where rich people actually do have better things. Then are they going to get rid of, let's say, the free market system as a whole? We believe not, because in this society, it is sort of an investment of an individual to actually go and learn the native speaking and the native language of Chinese. We cannot stop that, and we believe that that actually composes a better student because that person can have a diligence, that person can make commitment in those areas as well. But if they choose to stay with the former stance about selecting the best students, we believe that we win this debate from this speech, because we believe that writing good essays and having HSK grades is better than having just good essays as a whole. So keeping that clear, I'd like to move on to our team's last argument, which is about school rights, how schools should actually have a legitimate right to form their own image and to specify in some sort of field to actually choose students on their actual basis, because we believe that the admission offices itself in its name implies that that office only intervenes in the admission process. However, if we just put this word to professors, if we get rid of the admissions office, we believe that the professors are the ones who actually do have to do all the interviews and do all the essays. We believe that that goes against the right of the school because, first of all, it infringes on the students' rights because these professors get to focus on reading these essays, doing interviews. We believe that it provides a less valuable education to those who are actually in the universities. But what's much more in a next level analysis, it's that like schools like Juilliard, let's say, these schools have excellent music programs. It's not really about GPAs. It's not really about having good scores, good essays, good interviews. It's about choosing the people who have high passion for music, who commit to music. So for these schools to actually excel in a certain area, we believe that these admissions office to actually specify on certain criterions and to select students on that basis, we believe that this process is extremely necessary, because we really can't select people based on GPAs and their essays, interviews on Juilliard, who is looking for the best flutist, best violinist in the world. So it's about the school's image. It's about the school's image to focus on what they want. They might want to focus on politics and choose the most committed people, choose the ones who have passion into their universities. However, what they're proposing is that we should only look at GPAs, essays, and interviews. We believe that that's not really an accurate portrayal of a human. And we believe that those essays and interviews also do present a very good analysis of a person, but that's not enough. Because essays, as they have mentioned, as the DPM has mentioned, essays can be written by, let's say, private education, private tutors. Interviews can be fabricated because it's like at most 10-15 minutes. And also the GPAs, we believe, as I've told you in my rebuttals, is also related to wealth itself. So keeping that clear, we believe that for schools to actually select the best students, they need to have a lot of methods where they can judge the students correctly. And as I have told you, ECs are not just HSKs and good grades. It's also about how they have committed themselves into the society, how they volunteered into the society. We believe that actually engaging EC into the selection process actually makes it better for universities to have an accurate portrayal about which students that they should select in their universities. So that is why we, the opposition, is very proud to keep the admissions office there, see the interviews, see the essays, and also see the GPAs, and see the ECs that they have done to actually judge the students correctly on that basis. And that is why we're very proud to go. Thank you.